Popcorn world. Popcorn world.
Can I make you groove now? Yes, I can. So you can get this groove in the back of a can. You can make it round the world with the holes in your hand. Popcorn world. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. I said popcorn make you smile. Ah. Popcorn world. Popcorn world. Popcorn world. It's a popcorn world. It's a popcorn world.
There's no mystery. Let's make history with the five. Off the throne. 2 and 3. Add 1 more plus me and do the 5. Yeah. We keep it on the floor. And the funk plus 4 and you got 5. I said for 1 and 9 and 10. And there ain't no spread on the 5.
What is going on, people? What's the word?
I don't know. You tell me.
I was saying, let's get the screen right. There we go. There we go.
What's good? What's good?
What's going on? Look at all these people, these black men here doing their thing. All right. Everybody's hold on, little bro. You didn't get the memo about like you,
I didn't.
We teamed up. We teamed up. You see the OU, you see the Lakers, the Giants.
They look too good for us right now.
Hey,
he got the black. Oh, he got the black Yankees.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I see what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay, so we all in here. We all in here. We all in here. It's so good to see everybody tonight. Really, really. This is the fun. We here tonight. We ready to do this tonight. As you can tell, I'm excited. We got our guy Byron Lusby in the house. Coach Royalty in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man,
I know about that. You just let me give you your flowers, sir.
Yeah, accept your flowers, man. Accept your flowers.
Yeah, accept the flowers. OU Royalty, is that better? OU Royalty.
I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take that.
I know. Cam is excited.
I was gonna say that guy down there didn't know it was an OU thing. He didn't know. I didn't want to tell you. I wasn't gonna tell you either. If Byron had never won that show, you would never know.
I would have seen the OU though. You know I keep that out.
I can look at people's face and tell they're good people.
There you go.
Hey, they already got something else in common too, Lloyd. He don't know that other part too.
Oh, you know about the Colts?
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he know about that.
Okay.
He know about that.
Okay.
Yeah, he been knowing
I'm
about
about to
that.
say.
I got all kind of coach stuff in here.
I was about to hit him with the double whammy. My bad.
Matter of fact, Byron is probably largely responsible for Cam's fandom, probably. Good for the years that he's been helping build those championship teams. That's right. So there you go. Man, let's jump. I was gonna jump in right to the NBA Finals news, but I want to get something out of the way right off the top. Because everybody been talking about it, and at first I was going to ignore it because I said it's not really a story, but it kind of is because he brought it up. So we're going to bring it up. Right? He brought it up. So apparently Deion was on a podcast with, who was he on? Who was he on? Asante Samuel. He was on there with Asante Samuel. And they got to talking about Shedeur. And he said that the reports that came out about his son, quote unquote, hurt him. Talking about that Shedeur was unprepared for his pre-draft meetings. I think somebody tried to say he was in there with some headphones on or something. That's stuff that I hadn't even heard. I had not heard about the headphone stuff. But that maybe be stuff that just got back to Deion personally. I don't know. Deion said his son is a professional. He's going to go into a meeting with headphones on. Come on now. So he was really hurt by the thoughts. Here's what I would say.
What did Deion want?
And I'm not really sure I want to even deal with the comments that Deion said, because whatever he feels is what he feels. And I don't know if any father wouldn't defend their son, if we're being honest. So that part, I don't know if we can deal with that part. The part I want to deal with, though, is whether or not there is validity to some of the reports that there was a disconnect between Shedeur's understanding of the process and what actually happened to cause the slide. Now, full disclosure, we here on the 5, or at least I do. I won't speak for everybody, but I'll say, I think I can speak for everybody when we say we believe that the overall sliding all the way to the 5th round, was absolute collusion and, dare I say, racist. I mean, I'm just saying, there's, and the racist part is this for me. For me, I don't understand how a guy who, for 2 years was projected to be a first-round pick, and then you all of a sudden now are a 5th-round pick, and there are at least 6 teams who needed a quarterback. And you could argue that 2 of them took a quarterback and might still need a quarterback. Right? I'm wearing the hat of one of them. So I'm just saying.
Are you?
Maybe. I don't know. Listen, I don't know. We'll
too
see.
early. Too early.
We'll see. We'll see.
That's disrespectful to Jackson. But okay.
It is, but at the same time, you don't know if you can handle fire until you walk through it. So there you go. We'll see. So we'll see. He's starting out great. So we'll see. But my point is, do y'all believe the validity of what the stories are? Like I don't know if I believe the headphone thing. That seems a little crazy. But some of the disconnect, do you believe that those stories? And I'll start with our football expert, B. Loves in the house.
There's absolutely some validity to how he did in those meetings. That was off-putting the team. That is absolutely true. There's no denying that.
Okay.
He wasn't good on the board from what I heard from few places. It wasn't good to the point that he knew it wasn't good. And I think that Bomani, I don't think it's unpreparedness. I just think sometimes what you run in college and what they're asking you in the pros are just different.
Right.
So that's, what we used the interviews for when I was in Indy was kind of a gauge to see where you are. And can you pick it up? We'll give you something simple. Can you understand that? And then they'll try to build on it. So, I guess from what I heard, what they ran at Colorado was simple.
Okay.
It's not very complex. So he's just behind in that way is what I got. But I didn't hear anything about the headphones or anything like that. Now, what I think Bomani Jones had the best take that I've heard was
I agree.
When he was like, he went into it as though he was being recruited, not interviewing for a job. And that looks totally different. So that's part of it too. And like he said, for somebody who if most teams say you think that you're not going to be a starter day one and you're behind, you have to be likable. And that was the part that I've heard from a couple of teams that their coordinators didn't really like him.
And by the way, not hard to believe that a guy who has probably never had a regular job would not know how to go into a job interview. That is not a far-fetched thought process.
Yeah.
So I totally understand that.
But I'm not saying that there wasn't collusion and all that, because he's better than the dude they picked in the third round. So
100%.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
You know, that's when I call BS. When you pick Dylan Gabriel, and as Cam probably knows, he ain't the. Come on now, come on.
Okay.
He's not better than Shador. I'm sorry.
Right.
We saw it for 2 years as OU fan.
Yeah.
Like, he got a pop gun arm. We lost a game in Kansas because the offensive coordinator that had him at Central Florida didn't want him to throw the ball in bad weather because he threw a pick early in the game, and we lost the game. We got a pick with 2 minutes left and gave him the ball back because they didn't trust him to throw the ball. So I'm not buying that one.
Yeah, that same guy had 2 picks that game.
Oh, that's right.
And let me say this. I am a person that, and everybody here in the 5 knows this, who my choice for 2 years straight was Shador. I still want Shador as a Giant. But also, I don't want my coaches, my GM, to go take a guy that you don't feel comfortable with. And if they felt that uncomfortable with Shador, then take the guy you feel comfortable with. It's your job to win or lose, or it's your job to lose if you lose it. If you're Brian Daboll, if you're Joe Shane, you're gonna lose the job if you don't get the right guy one way or another. So you got to be comfortable with the guy, and if he made them feel uncomfortable, I totally understand. I think there's truth in it all. I think there was collusion. I think that Shador probably did not present himself in the way that he should have. And I've said this before. I'll say it again. There is a difference between confidence and professional humility. Professional humility as black men is necessary to when you go into certain rooms. You got to tone it down.
Can I come in on that?
Feel comfortable. Absolutely.
So that part. See, I had a buddy of mine tell me some years back, and you probably know who he is because he was at that time he was on the coaching staff with the Indy Overstreet on the defensive side of the ball. Mm-hmm. He told me character is everything when you're talking about draft. He said
and with the GM there and that staff, absolutely. And Overstreet's one of my favorite people too, by the way. He's a good dude.
He's talking about character. He's talking about not even the media, but what they see. And like I said in the draft, it was almost as if Shador was I don't want to say just walking around, but flossing just around as if these teams needed him. Which is true. They did. They did some teams out there that needed him, but like that character just goes a long way. And I think, like you said, ain't never had to work a day in your life. And you're Deion Sanders' son. You already got a mark on you just because how people hate him.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, so you got to be even more humble than the next person. You know what I mean? We talking about football skills. Come on, man. The guy's a Heisman candidate. Like
undeniable.
Yeah. We talking about football skills.
Yeah.
I think what kind of did him in was Deion saying he might have to do a manning in the draft process earlier in the process, and also
that hurt.
He overplayed his hand.
Yeah, when Shador was up on the podium and said, "No, these teams need me" and all that stuff, that was gonna rub a lot of people the wrong way. So I think those two things were nails in the coffin at that point.
Because even if you're joking, Chad, and I tend to think that when Deion made that statement, he was tongue in cheek when he said it. But that doesn't matter because you're Deion Sanders and
he absolutely was not.
Yeah.
He absolutely was not. He meant every word of that.
Well, okay. So what I'm saying to that is whether you are, it doesn't matter because you don't get the benefit of the doubt because you're Deion Sanders. It doesn't matter. You're Deion Sanders and you've lived a life, bro. We remember Must Be the Money. Everybody remember that song, man? Come on, man. You're Deion Sanders. We remember you high-stepping from the 40-yard line into the end zone. You're Deion Sanders. So I'm not blaming you, but the perception of you matters. It matters. And if you think that your child is not going to be affected by that, I think that's why Shiloh, who I think is better than a lot of the guys that went in the draft, I think that's why he got hit. Because now, is Shiloh perfect as a player? Not at all. There's some things that are missing from, especially his cover game. There's some things that are missing, but as a free safety or a strong safety, I think he has a place in the league. So my point is, you gotta know what you are to others, not what you think you are to others. And yeah, it's okay to have confidence, but come on, man.
You also have to have a team around you as well. I've been hearing, I don't know if it's true if he had an agent or not, if they had agents or not. So usually the agent will kind of tell you how the draft process goes and kind of look things to look for and things that you need to prepare for. And that's a big miss as well. You got to have somebody that's knowledgeable and knows the draft process.
You got to listen to the right people too. But Mel Kiper don't know what he's talking about. He can't. You got to talk to people in the league. Like, if they're telling you he ain't gonna go high, then it doesn't. I know he was working out with Cam and all of that, but he's so worried about Cam. No, you got to worry about where you're gonna go. Cam is not you. Y'all are totally different. His skill sets are every first round. Any guy picked number one in the draft. Number one, they got some kind of size. They got a hose for an arm, and they're athletic. They're looking for Josh Allen and Mahomes. They want those kind of guys. If you're gonna trade up and do all of this for a guy, it's gonna be a guy with physical traits like that, and that's not Shedeur. His gift is anticipation, accuracy, and toughness. Those are the things, and those are good things to have. That's not a negative. Yeah. He doesn't have a rocket arm. I mean, that's just a fact. He's not big. It's not a fact. He's an okay athlete. He's not great. Those are all facts. So, I don't know who he was talking to, but you've got to vet the information and make sure you're getting the right information.
And by the way, this is just my humble opinion. I've talked to no one. This is not sourced at all. I'm just looking at the tea leaves. I'm not sure they talk to anybody. Because to be so far off, I'm not sure they talk to anybody. I just believe they believed what they saw on the TV screen, what they heard, and they just went with it. They were like, Shedeur's done enough. Shedeur's done enough. And now you see that he hadn't. Now, having said all that, he absolutely has a chance to start in Cleveland. Because there's nobody on the roster now other than maybe Joe Flacco that he's not better than, in my opinion. And to me, the Joe Flacco start is more about how fast Shedeur is able to make that matriculation that you're talking about, Byron. Can he pick up the defenses? Can he pick up? Listen, I appreciate what he's done in shorts so far, but shorts don't mean, with all due respect, shorts don't mean a damn thing.
Ain't nobody going hard yet.
Right.
Nah, the vets are coasting. It'll get ramped up in training camp.
It's OTA,
preseason and all that.
Yeah, don't worry. The only people playing hard are the rookies that are trying to make camp.
that are in shape because they've been training for the combine and all that.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So I just want to put this to bed once and for all. Nobody is hating on Shedeur. Nobody's hating on Deion. We just understand how all of this works. And all the media people that I talked to, people in New York, they said the same thing. They said, fam, he did not have a good meeting. It was bad. It was bad in every way. And if you know anything about Brian Daboll, he's not hot-tempered, but he is, I would say, a little quick-tempered. And it don't take much to kind of get in his crawl. And if he feels like you're unprepared and you're disrespectful, the game is over. It's all over at that point. And so I'm just telling you. And so Byron's saying what I'm saying, what I've been saying for weeks. That's what we heard coming out of New York. So whether it's true or not, there was only a few people in that room. Whether it's true or not, the 30 for 30 will tell us later, as I heard Mike Greenberg say today. So we'll see how it all unfolds. But I think with that many people saying the same thing, typically there's a measure of truth to it.
Yeah. And if you're Shador, if you can play, look at Brock Purdy. He was 6th, 7th round, and man is paid now. So if you stick your head down and do what you got to do, you get paid at the end.
What Purdy the last pick in the draft? Was he?
He was
Mr.
the
Irrelevant
last pick in the draft. Listen,
yeah, exactly.
Shador, everything that Shador wants is still in front of him. He's still in front of him. So there's nothing for him to get frustrated about or whatever. Just if you are that dude, go show him that you that dude, and we all made a mistake. That's okay.
And you have an advantage because you'll have 4 years. You'll get to the bag quicker than the rest of them with the 5th.
100%. And you're in a perfect situation because there's not anybody on the roster that you're on that you can't. And from what I'm hearing coming out of Cleveland, your teammates want you to win. They're rooting for you. They would.
And he got a good receiver over there. He got him a number 1 receiver over there.
Yeah.
Listen, it's right there for him. He got a number 1 receiver and a top tight end. There's no reason why you can't go and get it done. So fight for your opportunity, fight for your reps, and all of that goes away real fast. Now
and stay away from Deshaun.
Stay all the way away from Deshaun. Don't do that. Don't make that a part of your life. Don't make that a part of your life. Okay. Now let's get to
the nasty man.
Yeah. Now let's get to the NBA Finals. And just like everybody predicted back in October, it's the Indiana Pacers versus the Thunder. Raise your hand if you had Thunder versus Pacers.
I had half of it right.
I did too. I had the Thunder.
Oh, yeah.
I had the Celtics and the Thunder.
I didn't have none of it.
I said Cavs, but that was dumb.
Yeah, I think
Well,
fool's gold.
not really. They were number 1 seed.
It was dumb. Yeah, but it's still dumb, dog. They not physical, man. They got punked.
Exactly.
They got punked. They got punked.
So
you can't get punked.
So the question is, how did we get here? I'd love to hear everybody's take on how we got here. Like, how do you think we got here?
It's Paul George Bowl.
Hey, can we pause for a second with that? I don't think has it ever happened in NBA history where one dude basically caused 2 teams to get better and to get to the NBA Finals. I don't remember that.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That is bananas. But this truly is. Both teams said we don't need Paul George, and they were right. Does this mean the Clippers are finally going to get to the NBA Finals?
No.
They in the wrong town for that, brother.
Yeah. We want to make that very
the Clippers, man, they got that eternal black cat around they.
You let Shea go.
How do y'all think Paul George feels about this? Because this is kind of wild.
He's paid. I don't think he cares at this
exactly.
point.
Okay. Exactly.
About that money.
Exactly. Money
deposit.
deposit.
I'm trying to cash as many of these big checks as I can get.
He's stealing money from the NBA.
We are definitely going to do our annual basketball show for sure. And Paul George just might make the list. We'll see. But go ahead.
Oh, I was saying the record that OKC has right now is 29-1 against Eastern Conference. I don't see that changing at any point. I don't see that changing at any point.
29-1. Who was the one? Just out of curiosity.
I have no idea.
I would love to know who the one was.
I bet it's the Celtics.
It would have to be, wouldn't it?
Probably.
I think so.
I can see that.
Because that's probably the only team I think that was set up to truly beat them if totally healthy, I think. But I didn't know that the Pacers were 49-15 since
they got healthy.
Yeah, since they got healthy.
They started 10-15, I think.
That's wild to me. So that brings us. I'm gonna combine question 1 and 2 because I think we all kind of feel like the Thunder are gonna win this. I think we do. Maybe one of you think differently. But yeah. Is there a way? Is there a path for the Pacers to pull this off?
There is. It's based off one, Carlisle and his coaching and him making adjustments, because you have him being finals vet and the other guys not No, I don't think he's been to the finals or had any association with the finals. So I think you have the upper hand in coaching on that and the adjustments. And also just, Halliburton has to make plays. He has to be the facilitator. He has to, have opportunities for the other guys because Oklahoma City doesn't do good in point defense. And if they can get open shots and, utilize those corner threes, I think, and then knock them down, Pacers have a good shot, but that's if.
Listen,
so we'll see.
I think we got to start putting some respect on Rick Carlisle's name. Let's come on, man. This brother is.
He
knows what he's doing.
Yeah, his offensive adjustments are spot on. He's really good at that.
Yeah,
the Cavs beat the.
Yep. Yeah.
The Cavs. Wow. Mm-hmm. How about that? Wow.
But it was in January.
January 18th.
So that was maybe I think that was before they went on the run. So But
before they went on a run, they was running all season.
Well, you know what I mean. The run of
they got 10 losses or whatever it is.
No. I'm talking about the Pacers. No. We're talking about the Pacers.
Okay. I got you.
I'm sorry. I was asking about the Pacers.
I got you.
Were you talking about the Thunder? You were talking about the Thunder.
The Cavs on the team that beat them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm wondering about the Pacers. Is there a path for them to win this thing? And I have to agree with Chad. Mm. They got to run. They got to do what they do about pushing the pace and make OKC play at their tempo. Because that to me is their chance. If it gets slowed down at all, this could be over real fast.
They don't play slow though. That's a good thing.
They don't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have to shoot the three well. There
is a good path for them to win.
I think it's going 6, and it's not. I don't think it's going to be a lot of blowouts.
Okay.
Me too.
Okay.
Me too. I think the Pacers got a path where they can win this too. I do.
Is there a player who's a sneaky must play well? Or if he plays well for Team X, they win the championship? Who are you? You nodding? Go ahead, Cal. Who you
the player that I want, he got to play. He got to show up and play every night.
Miles Turner.
Every night he got to play.
Miles Turner.
Every night. He got to average 23. He got to average 23 points, and he can't be getting 2-3 rebounds a game. He got to come with it.
Got to stay out of foul trouble.
Yeah.
I didn't think he played well against Cat. I'll be honest with you. I thought Cat kind of won that matchup.
I mean, it's Cat though. Like he win most matchups, right? He gonna win 95% of the matchups because he can shoot.
100%. Mm-hmm. And I don't think he adjusted well. But I think there's a physicality that he could bring to Chet Holmgren, and there's a physicality that he could bring to Hartenstein that would give him the advantage.
Yeah, he could win.
If he plays up to his potential, then boy, that gives the Pacers a legit shot.
Well, the Knicks realized something and they changed their lineup up, which I feel like gave them a better chance. I didn't like Hart coming off the bench so much. I don't know if that was it, but I like Robinson getting in the lineup because they big. They playing too simple.
I did not play them dudes the whole year though. Yeah. I mean, the game you won, he drives me nuts. He drives me nuts.
But the fact that Robinson is a big and you had Cat, I think that's the way they had to match up. Pretty much, So I think, I personally think that you might have to play Bryant a little bit more because Hartenstein and Holmgren down there, that's a lot, man. That's a lot. That's a lot.
I think Bryant's gonna have to see a lot of time.
Yeah, and they're gonna try to use Chet like they did Cat. Put him on a perimeter, make Miles guard him on the floor, get him out of the paint.
Can I go back for just a second because Byron brought it up, so I might as well deal with it. I'll make the hot take. We don't do a lot of hot takes on this show. We just talk facts and figures and truths. But I will make a hot take that's not really a hot take. I don't think Tom Thibodeau's going to get the Knicks over the top. I just don't.
No.
And it's all because of his unwillingness to change his philosophy of how he runs his teams. He runs his teams into the ground. Yeah. And by teams, I don't even mean teams. I mean to the ground. Tell me that Pete Tucker could give you 5 good minutes.
Hello.
You can't tell me PJ Tucker can't give you 5 good minutes.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Just 5. You can't. When he finally got an opportunity to get off the bench. I mean, I understand. The Knicks. I don't know.
Lord, you're breaking up.
Your sound
because the Lord don't agree with you.
Apparently. Can y'all hear me?
No,
it's still you in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. Let me.
I'm telling you, I personally, I'm going to give Tibbs a pass this year.
Why?
We'll get Tibbs in. When Lord get back on there, I'll fight with him.
I mean, we've seen this before. Tibbs does this to every team he coached.
I don't think they got more. That pace, like they played at a different pace. You got to adjust to that pace. You need bodies. Like dudes were going. That's my issue. You had dudes that played well. Use them to spell them guys when they're playing at such a high pace.
Yeah, open up your rotation, man.
Yeah, and put some size out there so they can't just keep picking on Brunson.
And that's all
like they did a good job of like, okay, little man, you don't defend too well. We finna go at you. Come here, bro. Come get in this action, bro.
Yeah.
So that's my thing. Protect him a little bit. Like,
Can I tell y'all the reason? I'm giving Tibbs a pass. I'm gonna tell you why. Now, when I say a pass, I'm saying I'm not gonna put it on Tibbs. Yeah, you coach. You the head. You the head of the ship. I agree with that.
Right.
You know, last week, me and you had a fight. Me and you was fighting about salaries and stuff like that. Right? We was. Right. And so I want to bring salaries back up to you again.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Go ahead.
Who makes the second most money for the Knicks?
Ooh, I know where you're going. And I'm gonna agree with you on this.
That's Cat, right? Isn't it? It's not Cat?
Mm-mm.
Who is it? I've never heard.
Ananobi.
Oh, okay.
If you're paying somebody like that, listen, if you paying him like that, he got to play. Matter of fact, you also trade the form for who? Bridges.
Yeah, Bridges.
You got to come with something.
He was supposed to be the closer.
Listen.
Yeah.
So my thing was when he made the move to take Hart out the game, we know what Hart brings to the game. He might be the hardest player for that team, by the way. We know what he brings to the game.
No doubt.
Mm-hmm.
That came from Villanova, by the way. That came from Villanova. That's Jay Wright.
Yeah.
So my thing is, I feel like you got to switch this up, like Chad and them did with the who the better scorer, Draymond Green or Iguodala. Iguodala was a better scorer than Draymond, but he put Iguodala on the bench because we need that off the bench. I feel like if you was gonna move somebody to the bench, it should have been Ananobi or Miles Bridges, so you can have some firepower coming off I feel like the firepower coming off the bench would have been better for New York.
Yeah,
you're 100% correct. But
he just don't trust them other guy. I don't get him. I don't get it.
That's one. But the other part is this, and you just said it. He make too much money to be putting him on the bench.
Hey, Iguodala was making more money than Draymond Green.
I agree. At the time, at the Greek, you're 100% correct. But also, you got that many players for a reason. Listen, you got to play them. I understand. You got to play them. You have to play them. You have no choice.
I feel like the Pacers is a better team too, because they have a bunch of young. Listen,
top to bottom, yes.
The one thing Carlisle gonna do is Carlisle gonna use his bench. We do know that.
For sure.
He gonna, and any team that Carlisle played with that he coaches is gonna give you 100% max.
And by the way, did you notice that the bench didn't play the same way that the starters did? That's coaching. So if you don't have that out there in the bench, you got to switch it up. You got to go to something else. Go to some 5 out. Go to some 4-1. Go whatever you got to do offensively to switch it up. But you gotta give these dudes rest. But every game, all 6 games, by the time we got to the fourth quarter, these dudes were sucking wind.
Sir,
win.
Hey, at the end of the day, though, Lord, the Knicks are the Knicks. Like, this team is set up. This team wasn't set up. They don't have a bench. Really, they don't. McBride, okay, yeah. Ain't nobody finna. Cameron Payne.
Yeah, he's a regular bench player,
right?
Yeah, they don't scare nobody.
Come on, man. They really didn't have a bench. I really feel like they overachieved this year. Is really what I think. What they have.
You know what the irony of this is? What the Minnesota Timberwolves needed and what the New York Knicks needed, they sent them both away.
Facts.
Because if the Knicks had DiVincenzo, I think we're talking about a different game. I think we're talking about a different situation.
I don't have a problem with. I hear you. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I got you.
That's why I think Pacers ain't out of the woods because their coach can make adjustments. I think
I agree. They got a lot of bodies they can throw at SGA. Is what I'm saying. And here's my thing. You might have to do the Phil Jackson thing here. You might have to let SGA score 50 points and stop everybody else.
Yeah.
Which is not impossible to do.
Yep. If it goes 7, I give it to Pacers. If it goes 6 or less, I give it to OKC.
Well, all that being said, Thunder and 5.
Yeah. It also depends on how much they let the Thunder get away with defensively, because they are physical and they let you. If they let them rough it up a lot, then this could be an issue.
Who draws SGA defensive assignment? Who?
It's got to be Neesmith. It's got to be.
Think so.
Him and Mandarin, yeah.
And I understand. I understand he's giving up a little size, but you got to put somebody that can truly have an attention to defensive detail on a guy like that. Because one thing that makes SGA special, that kid understands angles and corners better than just about anybody I've seen in the league in the last 5-10 years.
It's that Kobe effect.
Yeah, he's Kobe. He's got the Kobe thing. He sees it and he attacks it. And
if he gets you on your hip, it's a wrap.
Oh, it's a wrap. Yeah. It's a wrap. You might as well just go and
he's gonna make the right read.
He's doing what Ant-Man needs to learn.
Yeah.
Ant-Man's playing trying to attack you from the 3-point. You better put your back to the basket and know how to look over their shoulders. You know what I mean?
I think Neesmith is the only one that will him and is it Nembhard?
Nembhard, yeah.
I think there's a combination there of some sort.
Yeah, I was thinking Nembhard myself.
You just put physicality on SGA and pray to God that he stays under 40.
Well, they got another body. They got a little pesterized over there.
TJ.
Yeah, you got to mix him in there. You got to mix him in there a little bit.
Yeah, just keep throwing people at him and just see what happens. Just see what happens. But he gonna get at the end of the day. He gonna get. You said Thunder in 5. I'm gonna respect the pace a little bit and say Thunder in 6.
I'm respecting the pace. That's why they call 6.
What are you saying, Chad?
I don't know whether to go with talent, who got the most talent, or what I think the coaching is going to be.
Go with talent.
Okay, seeing 60.
I'm calling sweet. I'm just calling sweet.
Oh man, we don't want to see that.
You didn't have to do that. Did we?
You messing up the money.
I don't want to mess up my ratings.
You messing up the money, man.
I want to mess up like Cam said this. No, I'm calling this sweet. I just don't see.
Okay.
I just
messing up the money.
It's gonna be tough. The Thunder are a problem.
Yeah, and you can't you can't let them get out in front either, because that's the best front running team in the NBA. They get up 10 and it's just like everything opens up, and here they go. It's a 20-2 run, just like that. So
do they still have them 37 draft picks to get better too?
They do. Yeah, they do.
They're gonna have to. They got so many picks. They're gonna have to give them away because they ain't gonna be able to sign them all. That's how many first round picks. They're gonna have to make moves just to dump picks.
100%. The only thing that concerns me about the Thunder, it doesn't concern me much. If I'm talking percentages, I'm saying this is maybe less than 5%. Is their youth? Will the moment finally arrive and give the Pacers some window of opportunity to be like, because, and if it does, by the way, the Pacers got to jump on that. They got to jump on that. Because it did kind of show up a little bit in the Nuggets game, in the Nuggets series. And so they stumbled a little bit. Not for long, but they stumbled a little bit. So the Pacers got to hope that youth shows up under the bright lights and all the reporters coming from worldwide, and maybe that gives them a window. But I don't know, but that might just be a game.
I'm asking $1 million question. If the Oklahoma City Thunder win, does KD come back?
Who?
KD.
No, it's over.
Well, he like he like to jump ship.
Well, they win or lose. I got him going back there. I got him going back.
I don't. The way they treated him when they left, but they can't stand
that's the perfect storybook ending. I got him going back.
It's a wrap. It's over.
Remember, I've been calling for this for 2 years. Just want y'all to know that.
You have, and I've been telling you.
It only makes sense.
It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen.
Somebody got to finish the story, man.
Hey, Lord, how many picks?
Lord,
in the next 6 years, 7 years, how many picks do the Suns have?
They have none.
Okay. Remember that. Because Oklahoma City, they got like 822 picks. Just remember that.
But if they win the title and there's a parade in Oklahoma, why in the world would you bring back KD?
Because OKC gonna have to lose. They're gonna lose some of the youth that they got. The Isaiah Jones, the Casey Wallace, the other Jalen Williams. They're gonna lose some of the stuff because these people are gonna get picked off and paid.
When you get to win a championship, you lose.
You pay them all.
I agree. You can't sign everybody. You can't sign.
Bring you a nice veteran that. Hey, I'm the same two people. I'm telling you next year. I'm the same two people. KD and Adams. Watch what I tell you.
Hear me, good people of Phoenix. Y'all are never getting those picks from OKC. It ain't gonna happen. You're not getting those picks. It's not happening.
Luka got traded.
Luka got traded, baby.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
So
and they still mad down here, though. They still don't like old boy. They got the one pick, and they still want him out of here.
Hey,
you say down here, you in Dallas?
Yeah, I'm in Frisco.
Yeah, by me, man.
So you're a Cowboy fan? I mean, excuse me. I'm sorry. No. Blasphemy. I apologize. You a Mavs fan, though?
No, I'm not. I'm not a fan of. My fandom is OU. I don't really root for teams like that. After being in it and being paid when you win, I don't really root. I just watch.
Gotcha. Okay.
OU is about the only. That's about the only thing I root for. Plus, I had a relative that played in the league,
shout
so it's all about.
Shout out to OU then. Shout out to their women's softball too. Shout out to OU.
Yeah, it ain't looking too good for us, but yes, they did better than I thought they would.
Are they down today?
Yeah, it's 2-0, and they facing that monster at Tech.
Oh, yeah.
They got some base hits, but she's tough.
She got it.
Can we?
See, you break it up again because what you said about OU is not right. That's why you bring it up.
Yeah.
You probably should say something about our new quarterback.
It can't be no worse. Don't even get me started on that.
And the offense coordinator that came with him.
It can't be no worse than it was last year.
Fact.
Oh, that dude was so bad.
All I was gonna say that the baseball has been phenomenal this past weekend.
Your internet glitching. I still can't hear you.
I know, right?
I think it's the Giants hat, y'all. I really think that's what it is.
Yeah, it could be.
The whole team is glitching. I think it's the Giants hat. I think it
could be. It could be. Boy,
this is bad, Lord. You ought to see the picture that's stuck on too. This is a Giants thing. I really think it is. Hey, y'all. We gave up Saquon Barkley.
To your division rival. And he sat himself out, or he'd have broke the rushing record.
Man, that's crazy.
My goodness, that's crazy, bro.
After the owner came and told you he wanted him to go to your division rival.
Yeah, no, it's time to pay you. It's time to pay you. Forget that. You can't do that. Yeah, that's tough.
I don't know. Hopefully, you don't get that Madden curse now.
Huh?
So hopefully, you don't get that Madden curse.
Come on, stop, bro. Stop.
Maybe we having an OU overload. Maybe that's what it is.
Too many OU fans.
We've never had this many OU fans on at one time.
Well, let me start by kicking Venables off then. Let me start right there then.
That's totally okay. Why are you trying to get rid of Venables?
I'm not. He just slide over to the defensive coordinator.
That's where he need to be.
I can make a call to Bob. I can get Bob here right now.
Bob is done, dog. Bob was done 5 years before he retired. He wasn't recruiting no more.
For that slander? It's not too early for that slander.
Okay, I'm sorry. He just
Right. No more OU comments for me. I gotta ask.
I'm all right with Venables. Let's see what happens this year. Defense wasn't a problem last year. The quarterback was.
Right.
They missed on the quarterback.
And that every receiver we had went down. Every last one of them.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I gotta ask this question. Because obviously this past weekend we saw the final TNT inside the NBA. There will now next year be on ESPN. I have two questions. Number one, and it may be my most important question: how in the hell did TNT fumble this bag?
The NBA didn't even let them bid.
I heard they did bid. It wasn't.
Well, they didn't bid enough. That's easy.
Well, $76 billion.
I was gonna say. So here's what I heard. You can and we can research and find out for yourself. I heard that TNT. I think they thought they were gonna be grandfathered in, so they didn't have to make the type of bid that the NBA was looking for. And the NBA was like, NBC's bid is pretty solid. It's pretty solid. So that was number one. Number two, by the time TNT came with a bid, it was only a matching bid. And NBC is NBC. At the end of the day, NBC is in every household, whether you have streaming services or internet service or whatever, it's in every household. So it's going to be a bigger thing regardless. So help me understand, TNT, why you would not step up. You got the show that everybody chased for the past 25, 30 years. ESPN never got that. They still don't have the NBA show right. To this day. Y'all got it. And y'all couldn't hold on to that boggles my mind. That boggles my mind. So my second question is, will Inside the NBA be the same on ESPN?
No,
I don't see how it can be.
Mm-hmm.
Say it again. You both were kind of talking the same thing.
I'm just saying they can't even say the same thing. I mean, you say the wrong thing. ESPN. You go to Fox 1. Yeah, you have it.
Yeah, it may be a little bit tamer than TNT.
It's a little bit more political over at ESPN.
And Chuck don't care. Like he got that long money. He don't care. He gonna say whatever you want to say.
Yeah,
well, Chuck was on Dan Patrick today saying, "I'm gonna give them 2 years."
I don't see it. Well, one, they don't do they don't do post game shows, and that's what Inside the NBA was.
That's
it was
the best
post
part
game,
of Inside the NBA.
So
unless they create that for them,
they're gonna have to, or it's gonna stink.
Oh, 100%, I would too.
Yeah, get them ownership.
Give the people what they want.
Whatever they need to be great, give them that.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't let them do what they do, why are you even bother?
So when basketball is over with, when basketball games are over with and stuff like that, I can go look at a million shows, this, like that. I find myself looking at TNT, looking at the, you know what I mean? I find myself just looking, I want to see what they're going to say, and the whole thing.
Yeah.
So like,
same.
Highlights and all. Yeah.
Let's be honest. Not every game on TNT is a good game. It was a good game.
Correct.
Most times than not, the game wasn't that. It was just okay. But man,
you just listen to them tell you why it's up too. You want to hear that too.
But listen.
No.
Post Inside the NBA TV, NT on TNT was must watch. You had to, because you knew they would go do something that was crazy. And then around the holidays from November to January, that's the best TV show on.
Running into Christmas trees and all kind of other stuff.
Come on, man. Listen. I just hope ESPN don't muck this up, man. I just feel like
I don't know.
I
don't know how. Unless they give them the post game show and let them do what they do, it's not going to be the same.
Just get out of the way and let them be.
Yeah.
Let them be who they are.
Ernie
don't need y'all help. He don't need
something's
y'all
gonna happen though. Something's gonna happen, and it's gonna be a show after the game, and you're gonna look up and see Chuck and Shaq and Stephen A. and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And it's gonna be must see. It's gonna be must see TV though. I'm just telling you. You know it's gonna happen. Like,
I don't want
listen, ESPN is smart though. They're gonna make this work. So they smart.
Yeah. Stephen A. the king of ESPN right now. So
with all due respect to Stephen A., I don't want to see him on that show.
I do want to see it. I want to see it.
I don't need that. I got the guys I want. I'm good.
Him and Shaq gonna be going at it, and Shaq gonna tell them to shut the hell up. I want to see it.
Yeah.
Now I do want that.
Yeah.
I do want that. I am for here for that. But not every week. Maybe like once or twice every now and then, whatever. Now, I'm assuming, are they going to get, is ESPN still going to have they'll still have the finals because they still have that package, right?
ABC, I think.
ABC.
Yeah, I think
ABC.
Yeah, I think NBA, now, that could be interesting. If they let inside the NBA do the finals.
Yeah. Yeah,
they got to get to that point, though. I mean, you got a whole season to get through.
Yeah.
Facts. But let them do the finals and the conference final. Let them do it. Don't keep running Kendrick. With all due respect to Kendrick Perkins and all them, and Malika, she's done a marvelous job. But you ain't Ernie. No disrespect, but you ain't Ernie.
What do y'all think about Michael Jordan being a commentary?
Oh, I can't wait to hear that.
I want to see what it looked like because
he's not gonna say anything. He's not gonna say he's gonna disappoint people because they think he ain't gonna say nothing.
It depends on how authentic he's going to be.
He's not gonna be authentic. Mike about that money.
That's what I'm saying. Mike
said about that money.
Mike said Republicans buy Nikes too. If it's that, Mike, I don't want to see that.
Mike is going to slander the league if he opens his mouth because he feel like it's so soft and different from when he plays. So like,
I want to see him do like a one-on-one segment or something like that to where
I want to see the Mike that's behind closed doors with Ahmad Rashad and Quinn Buckner.
Ain't gonna happen.
That's the Mike I want to see.
Basketball changed too much.
You want to see Michael Jordan cigar Mike?
Cigar Mike. I want to see, and I took that personal.
Yeah.
I took that personal. That's the Mike I want to see.
He should have a show in a cigar room and have somebody on an interview like that. That would be nice.
Let me shut up. I could just be being biased. Let me shut up because I'm not a Mike fan. So let me just, I guess, whatever.
It's going to be interesting. Wow, the NBA
I think he's going to be boring because I don't think he's going to say anything.
That's my point,
Yeah, I don't think he's going to say anything. He's going to be different. Who's the GOAT? He's going to be diplomatic and he's going to say it's eras. He's not going to say it's him.
Yeah.
He's going to go the eras thing.
He's got to be better than Emmitt Smith, though, right? Got to be.
You would think so, but
well, he can articulate the language.
You would think so.
Let's go to question 4. Let's go to question 4.
Let's go to question 4 because he ain't the GOAT no way.
Summer shows are coming up. We'll get into that. Okay.
The great debate.
Yeah.
The great debate. All right. Which NFL rookie set up for long-term success? Quarterback. We're talking quarterback.
I got one to go. I want to go last because mine's gonna blow y'all off the chart. I'm going a different angle with this.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm going a different angle with this one, y'all.
Let me see.
I don't know that any of them are. I mean,
well,
I don't know.
I'm thinking the same way he's thinking. It was so hard. I had to come up with something else.
I don't
think any of them are.
I got a couple that I wrote some notes down for.
Well, let me do a quick review.
How you get the questions in advance, Doc?
Oh, that's my fault. I wouldn't.
I mean, come on, man. That wasn't at you. No.
You OU fan. You can shoot from the hip. We good.
Well,
I know I can, but I just,
Let me set everybody up for success. We're talking Cam Moore. We're talking Cam Moore in Tennessee. We're talking Jackson Dart for the Giants. We're talking Tyler Shook for the Saints, Jalen Milroe for the Seahawks, and Shedeur Sanders for the Browns, with a possibility of Dylan Gabriel if you want to throw him in there. Will Howard for the Pittsburgh Steelers, Riley Leonard for the Indianapolis Colts. There you go.
I only see 2 of them that might play. There's only 2.
Y'all missed. You boys are missing one. Y'all missing one. You missing one, and he gonna be set up because of injuries.
I'm curious.
You might have to go first because I don't.
Yeah, you might have to go first.
In college football, all he do is win football games. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, well, let's go.
Because of injuries, and because the team got a good offensive line, they got good receivers, damn good receivers.
Okay.
Keep your eye on Quinn Ewers.
Where's Quinn at?
Miami.
I'm just telling you to keep your eye on him because he got the capability of just
No, he does not. No, he does not. No, he does not.
He's one cushion.
And me and you know it firsthand. Stop that. Don't do that.
I was never afraid of that dude. You can ask my wife.
I didn't say he was afraid of him, but what I am afraid of is Waddle and Hill. I'm scared of him.
He got to hit him.
He can throw a 6-yard slant and hit them and make him look great. I'm saying because of the position he in, because of the receivers he got and the offensive line he got, Tua can get hurt.
That's the only part.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
All the people you just named,
I hear what you're saying.
Outshine them because of that.
It's not that he's so great. It's not that he's so great.
I didn't say nothing about him being great.
I hear what you're saying.
I didn't say nothing about
he's too paid by numbers for me. He was the reason they didn't win.
Hey man, I didn't say nothing about being great.
No, hold on. It's the Tua factor.
Yeah.
It is inevitable that at some point
that's what I'm saying.
Tua's gonna be hurt. So,
but that dude ain't that dude. Sorry.
I never said he was that dude.
I know, but at some point you gotta. It's got to translate.
He didn't get the question.
The mistakes are gonna be. I hear you.
What is the question?
I hear you. But he got to he got to have the ability to do it. He didn't do it in college.
What is the question?
He didn't do it in college with all that talent that they had.
What is the question again?
Question is long term.
Yeah, but his ability has to do with him being set up. He don't have that ability to me. So it ain't just about everybody else. It's got to be about you too.
I mean, we seen him make passes. We seen him play football.
Yeah, to us, he threw a lot of them to us.
He ain't just bad.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
You know what that is, and I know what that is. That's the
No. That's 23 years of scouting in the NFL.
Hey.
Name one. Here, I'm gonna get you.
He's
name one big strong fat. Name one big fast strong white quarterback that went in the 7th round that was good. Name one.
A big who?
Name one that went that late.
A big who? What's the question?
Big, strong, fast white quarterback that goes in the 7th round. If he was any good, he would have been in the 3rd. He would have gone ahead of Jackson Dart, and he would have gone ahead of Tyler Shutt.
They
love them dudes. That right there tells you that he ain't that good.
Let me go back to the question.
You go back 25 years and fight a guy that big, that fast, that strong, with that arm that went that low.
All I did was answer the question. Which NFL quarterback is set up for long-term success?
I don't think he's set up for success because he ain't good.
I guess we'll see.
That's what I'm saying.
I guess we'll see.
Zach
Prescott was picked last in the draft. We'll see.
He ain't good either.
But come on, man, stop. How
good was he last year? How good was he last year when everybody got hurt? And he had to carry the team.
He was hurt too.
Who they elevate?
He was hurt too. He was hurt too.
Let me say this.
Okay.
The whole team was hurt.
I'm shocked at your answer, Cam, for this reason. Because if you go by the question, just the question itself,
okay.
To me, the answer is your guy.
Shedeur may not be able to play football because of the people that's on his roster.
No. Your guy. I'm
gonna say it again.
About long-term success.
I'm gonna say it again.
More weapons around him than anybody else on this list.
But it's more for the people that's gonna actually get a chance to play football.
You don't think Riley Leonard can beat out Daniel Jones?
I don't care about. Don't talk to me about Daniel Jones. I don't care about him. That ain't who we talking about.
I believe that Riley Leonard can beat Daniel Jones.
I'm talking about the start. I'm talking about the who gonna be starting for
AR-15. Yeah, he
okay. Hold on.
And no, he's not better than AR-15.
You're 100% sure that he's gonna start before AR-15. You're 100%
AR-15 is gonna start. AR-15 is gonna start,
barring injury.
He's gonna start until he gets tired, right?
It's his job to lose. Let me say that. It's his job to lose.
It is his job to lose, and
right?
It's possible that he could lose it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Let's look at who.
I like Riley Leonard's chances. We're talking long-term success. I like Riley Leonard's chances to make that roster, and I like his chances to be on that roster longer than maybe AR-15. AR-15 got a lot to prove this year.
I don't think none of them going to be our quarterback of the future. To be honest with you.
That's also fair. Did we forget somebody? Who do we forget?
I was looking at Miami's roster. He won't beat out Zach Wilson.
He won't beat out Zach Wilson?
No. He's not good.
Zach Wilson is good. Zach Wilson is good.
He ain't good either, but he better than that dude.
That might be
It's got to be
like
better.
I say, find another one.
Zach Wilson is 32 teams.
Can I tell y'all something? I want to say Tyler Shuck, but the problem is that name scares me so bad. Not because of the
New Orleans
thing,
too.
but
New Orleans not very good. So
that's my point. They don't have a lot.
He's got a running back. He's got a running back, and he's got 3 wide receivers. He's got
Smith about to be gone.
Brandon Cooks, Shaheed,
older Brandon Cooks,
Olave.
No,
did you just say Brandon Cooks? Really?
He said it. I don't know why, but he said
Brandon Cooks.
Olave,
Brandon Cooks.
Olave gonna be gone.
Right. Add a pass chance to that Cook.
Olave on his way to Pittsburgh as soon as A-Rod signed.
Who's the third receiver? Who's the third?
Shaheed.
They
third string quarterback.
That's why I didn't say Tyler Shuck. Because he's not in the best situation. He's not in the best situation.
No, they're not. They're not.
So what about Cam Ward? Is he in a good situation?
No.
It's not the best.
There's a reason they had the #1 draft pick.
There's a reason why they had the #1 draft pick.
They're not. And now they may build around him. I don't know this new GM, but man, like I always talk about infrastructure, and there's in there yet. So
it's not gonna look great this season. It's not gonna look great.
I mean, none of the very few first round picks or #1 pick quarterbacks look good as rookies because they're going to bad situations for the most part.
This is an embarrassing quarterback class.
Yeah.
Well, it's not good.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say that we're spoiled by last year's class that came out. Let me say that.
And the year before.
Yeah.
With CJ Stroud and all them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like go ahead.
I was just gonna say I may have to take some off of Will Levis, even though I don't love Will Levis at all. But I may have to take a little bit off of him if he's throwing to Calvin Ridley, Tyler Lockett, and Traylon Burks.
I mean,
that's not the best.
That's not.
Tyler Lockett went to Tennessee.
Calvin really had 1,000 yards last year, did?
You know that's like 65 yards a game, though. It's not a lot. 1,000 yards ain't a lot.
I mean,
it's not a great situation. He's got a lot of guys that are trying to prove themselves. Now, sometimes that works out.
Yeah.
Sometimes that works out. Everybody feels motivated, and then Tony Pollard is his running back.
But that's not the same Tony Pollard that was in Dallas, though.
Yeah.
No, it is. It is the same.
Yeah, because he sucked. The one that was in Dallas sucked too.
Not the first. Not the last year. The last year. The last year.
He's not a #1. He's a 2.
Nah, the last.
At best.
He's never been a 2. He's never been a #1 in his life till the Dallas gave him that contract.
What he playing behind Saquon too? That's who he was playing behind. Who was he playing behind?
No, he was just.
He's playing behind Zeke.
Yeah.
Behind who? No, somebody in college. Who was
he played the guy that went to the Redskins.
Brian
Robinson.
No, not him. I'm sorry.
God, I can't think of his name now.
It was before that. It was
yeah.
God, what was his name?
Where did Tony Pollard go?
Memphis.
Yeah.
Gibson, Antonio Gibson.
Okay.
Trash.
Mm.
Trash.
And he was behind. He was a gadget guy at Memphis. He returned kicks. He wound up in the slot. He ran the ball. So he was never a number one. So even his best role was a change of pace guy. That's what he was good at.
Yeah.
I want to say something else. I think there's a path where Will Howard doesn't even make the squad.
Well, he don't.
Yeah.
Who's
Because if they don't get Aaron Rodgers, they're absolutely going after Kirk Cousins. A veteran quarterback is going to be behind center in Pittsburgh this year. It's just a matter of who it's going to be.
So the veteran Mason Rudolph, and then that's it. No
Mason Rudolph, he made it up third on the depth chart.
So then Will Howard could make it.
No, I say Will Howard may not make it.
Well,
Mason might be better than Will Howard. Might be. Not by much. I'm not
not
saying
hard
it's
to
a
beat,
blowout.
but still.
Right. It's not a blowout.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying. There's a possibility that all the guys we've named, at least 4 of these guys may not make a roster.
I think most of them will.
I don't know.
Yeah,
they carry 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Jalen got to go. Jalen can make a roster.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
I guess he's good.
Well, I mean, they drafted him. You draft that dude just to kick the tire, so you're not going to give up on a 3rd round pick.
Well, the one thing about him is that he's got some intangibles that might be enough to keep him around.
Well,
Wildcat.
He's a 3rd round pick too.
We've showed the world his flaws in OU. We've showed the world that.
He looks so bad.
You're taking great pride in that, by the way.
My God, I mean, that's what he was bad.
It was our best win in 3 years.
Yeah, he was playing for us. He was playing for us.
He was bad.
Like, he was with us that day. Like, I'm like, bro, like, I don't know. Yeah, good luck with that.
Okay, before we get to our final question, there's one that slipped through the cracks today that I was not aware of until today. Well, actually, I heard about it late yesterday, and it didn't bother me, but apparently it's bothering a lot of people because it's been trending all day. If you are a WWE fan, and I am, and Cam is, I don't know if Byron is, but
I am not.
A very beloved wrestler, black wrestler, R-Truth was released yesterday. Now, the question is, we don't know whether he asked for that because he's 55 or they just released it because of financial reasons or story reasons or whatever. My very quick thoughts is this. It does not matter. He's 55. At some point, you got to take it to the house.
Yeah. So
did they just win?
We tied it up.
Oh,
top of the 7th, 2-run shot.
Okay. Wow.
Off the big monster. 2 outs.
So my thoughts very simple as that. I love R-Truth. I've always loved him. He's funny. He's hilarious. He's 55.
And he barely was in the ring except for this last couple of days when he was with John Cena. And I understand he's a good locker room presence, a good locker room guy, which I think you have to have those. But like you said, the WWE is about cost and money and what are you doing. So I think
he's 55. He's 55.
A lot of those wrestlers are that age, but
no, they're not. Nobody's 55.
Man,
name the 55-year-olds on the roster.
Undertaker was like 78 before he.
But he wasn't doing it every day though. He was doing cameos.
He was only doing it like twice a year.
WrestleMania and leading up to WrestleMania.
Right. And with all due respect to R-Truth, he ain't Undertaker. So at some point you got to take it to the house. And I tend to think R-Truth probably asked for the release. But we'll see in the coming days. But any thoughts, Cam, just real quick?
Go home, bro.
Yeah, it's time to go. Okay, because you're 55. You are 55. So the outrage, I'm just saying, Byron, the outrage that people had on the internet, how can you let him go? They let him go because he's 55, fam, and you can't be jumping off ropes when you're 55.
No.
And he's not bringing in money like that.
Yeah.
I don't want to fall right now.
And as somebody whose first number starts with 5, I concur.
My number starts with 5. I ain't trying to fall at all.
Yeah,
I ain't trying to take no bumps at all.
I heard that mat is pretty hard too. That mat is pretty hard.
It wouldn't matter if it was soft, dog. You don't want to fall, bro.
I don't even want to sit on the ground and have to get up.
Yeah. I wake up and stuff. I'm like, I ain't even use that. Why is that hurting?
Right.
Yeah.
So let's stop all the false outrage internet. Let's stop it. Okay. All right. Now we get to the final question, which is, and you'll enjoy this, Byron. And I'll let you choose OU because you don't technically root for anybody. I've known you a long time. You don't root for anybody, so that is very true. But but I'll let you choose OU in this scenario. The final question is very simply this: you have to fix your team. What are the 5 things your team has to do to fix itself for a championship run this year?
Block, catch. Gotta have healthy bodies to catch. What else do they need? I think kicking game was trash last year too. I thought on both phases was terrible. That's really it. If they can block and catch, I think our defensive line is probably the best in the conference. They ain't no probably, they're the best in the conference. This is offense. Our offense was cheeks last year. You had a running quarterback that he's supposed to option quarterback. That's supposed to be his thing, and he couldn't get the read part of the RPOs right. He couldn't give the give and keep part right. Like the Tennessee game, every mistake he made, he should have gave the ball. If you give the ball,
easy, we win that game easy.
Give the ball. Don't try to keep it. Give it. You see that big old hole? That running back is still hitting his head on the goalpost if you just give him the ball. So I just that's the biggest thing is our offense. If we can block, and I think that quarterback is tougher. I like from what I saw, the clips, his clips at Washington State. I like what I saw. So if they can just do anything on offense, we'll be a whole lot better than people think. Because our defensive line, our front 7 is going to be nasty. Kip being the guy in the middle now, on defense, they're gonna be filthy on defense.
So hey, Stetson
though. Yeah. I agreed, and I think he played as well last year as he did his junior year. But that dude I like that dude. Yeah. Wow, I like that dude. So that's it's just offense. The offensive coordinator. If the offense doesn't do what they're supposed to do, BV's out of there.
Who is the new coordinator?
He came over from there too.
Came from Washington State.
Okay.
But yeah, if he doesn't, then BV won't make it.
Okay.
And I'm a fan of BV just as a person, just knowing him from scouting. I like him a lot. As a human, I think he's done fine on defense. So our problems haven't been our defense. Our defense has been fine for 3 years. It's been the offense. So,
Cam, why are you acting like this? Why are you acting like this tonight?
I get it. A lot of people don't like BV. I get it, but our defense hadn't been a problem as offense, and he was brought there to fix. He was brought there to fix the defense.
He's the head coach. He's there to
Lincoln
run the team.
I hear you, but he was there to fix the defense.
He responsible.
Lincoln can play defense.
Cam, we've talked about this before. You move one seat down, it's very different. The view is very different from the head.
He can make a call to Clemson and they'll take him back. Trust me.
Tonight, they'll take him right now because they ain't been the same since he left.
Can we just switch out? We'll take Dabo too. Can we just switch out?
No, hell no. You keep Dabo.
I want the championship experience. How about that? I'll take it.
You keep Dabo, Trump loving. No.
I'm talking football. I'm sorry.
All right. So, again, you get to pick NBA or NFL or college. If you got a college thing, grief, and you just feel compelled. Chad, who you picking in this scenario?
He definitely picking the Warriors. He definitely picking them.
110%.
Let's be very clear.
Because the Cowboys can't be fixed. So I know he's picking the Warriors.
And you are correct, sir. You are correct.
Okay, talk about
I mean, your best player don't even want to go to OTAs. I'm just saying.
Wow. Who's not going to OTAs? Mike is not going to OTAs? I don't blame him. I wouldn't go either. Give me my money, Jerry.
Hey,
that's how you show him.
Hey, and I'm speaking in my Ice Cube from Straight Outta Compton voice. Give me my money, Jerry. Before I come in and bust up your office.
I don't know what he waiting on. Like, the market has been set.
He waiting for somebody to get paid, and so he can pay higher. That's what he waiting.
Myles Garrett already got his money. Like, that's the standard.
Maybe wait for
he didn't get no money. Myles Garrett got the bag.
Probably waiting on.
Maybe wait for JJ and then Trey to get their money.
Myles Garrett already set the market. You better beat that contract. That's what he waiting on.
We see he don't like to beat nothing. So.
All right, talk about it, Chad.
Going with the Warriors, man. First thing we need to acquire a defensive-minded stretch big, a la Brook Lopez. Get Brook Lopez. Second, we need to get a two-way backup guard because when our guard went out, we didn't have a backup. And
Brook Lopez.
Yeah, man, Brook Lopez. Hey, this is my list. This is my list.
Keep going.
We need a backup point guard. A la Derek White or Tyus Jones.
Oh God, Derek White in a Warriors uniform. Jesus.
we need to find a trade for Jonathan Kuminga, sign and trade for somebody. So we can get.
So you ready to give up already?
Yes.
Already, it's over.
Hey, he could play. Might as well get some for him.
Okay.
So we can get some assets. We need a consistent third scorer. We have Steph. We have Jimmy. We need that third scorer, either off the bench or in the starting lineup. We need to change our offense up. We need an offensive coordinator on the coaching staff to tweak the offense and the philosophy.
Change the what?
I mean, we need to probably do some more pick and rolls and some more different stuff with the offense, man. To just different than what we had because we don't have KD no more, and we don't have Clay no more, so we got to do some different things. We got different pieces, so they need to look at that philosophy. And let me see what else.
There's only 5.
That's okay. Okay, yeah, I think so. Okay. I was make sure I hit all my 5, man. I just make sure I hit all my 5.
The only one that I questioned that you just talked about was the last one. I don't know if the offense is really the problem.
I mean,
because
I
actually like that Jimmy and Steph don't do the same thing.
Yeah, I understand.
I actually kind of love that.
But you still could tweak what you do for them.
What though? Tweak it into what though? Like that's what I'm trying to ask you.
I mean, I'm not an offensive guru, so I mean they've won more screens, more off the ball movements to get those guys open and get I think it's just something that we don't have the KDs of the world anymore over there, and we don't have the Clays in the world. So you got to tweak to what you actually got on the floor.
I think if you get your number one right, I don't know if it's Brook Lopez, but if you get that number one center right, I think you'll fix that problem.
I mean,
that to me doesn't sound like an offensive philosophy problem. It just sounds like a personnel problem. You don't have other than Draymond. See, the problem with Draymond setting a screen is that he might set one of the best screens in the world, but he's not necessarily going to roll to the basket, and he's not a great pop guy. So it's just a screen.
Yeah, but Brook Lopez gives you offense and defense, though.
Huh?
He gives you offense and defense.
No, who does?
Brook Lopez.
At this age, he does.
But is it defense as in rim protecting, or is he actually switching on those picks?
That's what I'm talking about. He's not going to switch on a pick.
We need rim protecting.
Because that's what Rudy's problem is. He's more rim protector than they get him in space.
Can't score at all. He's a
no,
liability on offense.
Only against the Lakers.
Right. Apparently only against the Lakers. Right.
That was trash.
One game.
Right.
Rudy had one good game against us.
He dominated the guy that he had by 6 inches. So there you go.
That's still, dog. Come on, man. Rudy ain't supposed to be doing that. Sorry,
right.
Joe.
No, listen, I can't make excuses for it because that was embarrassing. It was embarrassing.
Yeah, one good game.
Okay. I'm assuming you picking the Lakers. Cam?
For me?
Yeah.
I mean, I could go Lakers or Colts. You know what I mean? But yeah.
Well, your choice then. Choose, my brother. Who you fixing tonight?
I'm gonna pick the team that I feel like is closer. How about that?
Okay.
I'm gonna pick the Lakers.
Okay. All right.
First and foremost, first thing we need to do, we need LeBron to opt out.
Come on, man. What Debo, stall him out. Stall him out, Debo.
Huh?
You're not wrong.
Stall him out. I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying it ain't gonna happen.
I didn't say LeBron go to another team. I said he needs to opt out though.
Yeah, change that figure up.
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
Free up the money.
Yes.
The money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You need that.
He ain't gonna do that.
Now my trades are gonna be reasonable, like Chad. Like you said something about the center. Well, that's what's reasonable because the people that didn't pay on the team already. I mean, Steph getting $60 million next year.
Yeah.
So you can only do so much. So I think the reasonable trade, of course, I want Triple J, because because he can't get a supermax contract now, no way with Memphis, and I feel like Memphis is finna blow it up.
Right.
I feel like they're finna blow it up. So that's the perfect target to go after right there.
He's the first on the board. He
is my first on the board. He's my first on the board.
First on the board.
My next on the board, which is deleted now because of where they at, is Miles Turner.
Yeah, that's probably coming off the board.
My third is Kessler and marketing, because Utah played devil's advocate and tried to get the number one pick and they didn't. So now they got to let these people go that they've been holding hostage because they thought they was going to get the number one pick.
Or pay them.
So they gone. And that's Danny Ainge. So they gone. Right. Okay. Right. So I think we can do a trade where we can get them, and you can say that you want Austin Reeves to be your starting point guard or shooting guard, whatever you want to put him in. I'm okay with losing Reeves if I'm getting the big man that we need. I'm okay with it.
All very interesting.
I'm okay with it.
Real quick on your big man point. No Nas Reed? You don't like that?
No. Okay. No. Because the people we got, got to play defense. And the ones I've named you, they all play defense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You gotta make up for the one that don't.
Yeah, for sure.
Who is that?
Luka.
100%. Yeah. But I take Luka not playing defense as long as he get first team All NBA. So
I'm with you. I agree.
I take that all day. I think we need a good backup point guard. The experiment with Gabe Vincent, he actually had a good year last year.
He did.
But we paying him we're paying him like 3 years, $33 million. So he can go. That's not the answer. He can go. So he can go. He can go along with Vanderbilt. I hate Vanderbilt is my guy though. He's my PJ Washington. He gonna stand on business and don't be messing with my players. So I'm gonna punk you. But we don't need that though.
Yeah, you gotta be available.
Yeah, I don't want that. And now's the time to trade him because he's healthy.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So my main thing really is the big, and the big that we get that's why Triple J is number one, because he can play defense. He's a defense. He's a top 3-4 defensive player when we talk about big men, and he can shoot. Luka need a player that can do a pick and pop and a pick and roll. That's what we need. So that's why I say that's what I want. I think that's what we need. We got to start there. And when LeBron opt out, we can pay them. That's getting under the salary, under the apron or whatever, which we already good at. We good there.
My second controversial statement of the night, and internet, let me be great, please. I just ask that you let me be great. I like Triple J more than I like Anthony Davis.
Yeah, because you say availability is the best ability.
Yeah, he's been available as heck.
and he do exactly the same thing.
No.
He does exactly the same. He can shoot the three.
I think AD is better defensively though. I've seen him go out there on point guards. I've seen him go out there on shooting guards.
Not by a lot though. Not by a lot though.
I think so. I think Anthony Davis alters the game defensively.
Triple J been defensive player of the year finalist a couple times.
Yeah, Triple J is not nearly as dynamic on offense though.
No.
AD is a get a bucket guy. Like no.
True.
He can get you a bucket.
But also, we don't really know what offense he has because he plays with John Morant, and John Morant gonna suck the air out the room.
We know what Triple J do offensively though.
I mean, he can get you a nice little.
I don't know.
He can get you a nice little double.
I agree. I think he'll be good in this offense because he can run the rim. You know, he set that pick and roll, and he'll get He can throw the lob.
Yeah,
and that's what Luka loves.
I think he could be a 20+ and 10 guy for sure. For sure.
I do too, because all the attention is going to be on Luka. I think he can.
Right. And LeBron, he's still there. Whether we like it or not. And LeBron, he's still there. He's still there. He ain't going nowhere.
Hey, he got to get Bryce on the team. He got to get Bryce on the team now.
Why are we doing? You know we got company here. Why you do this?
Hey, I got Brian all over my wall. I got every jersey he got. I'm not saying that, but hey, that guy from the WWE, time to go.
It's time. Oh, he's 55. Okay,
hey,
is that it?
I'm gonna tell you this again.
That's a solid list, by the way.
Cleveland needs LeBron, and LeBron needs Cleveland. He can go.
I agree. Believe it or not, I agree with you.
I know Cleveland needs him, and he needs Cleveland.
Go back home.
That actually makes a lot of sense because they do not, as great as Donovan has been, LeBron is the closer they need.
What's the trade look like though? What's the trade?
It's not no trade. Opt out.
He can opt out.
We don't want it. We'll take the $54 million that you're getting paid.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
don't get me started, man.
All right. Okay. That's a solid list. That's a solid list, sir. That's a solid list. Okay, let me do this because, oh Lord.
I hope you ain't been talking about Nayball and them. My God.
I'm great talking about the Giants. I just.
You need more than 5, Doc.
I do. Let's start by my number
You got 5 on offense, bro.
Let's start with my number 1 is we need 5 more. So let's start with that. Obviously the number 1 thing is the offensive line continuity. We have not had that in the last 7 years, maybe 8 years. So we got to fix that once and for all. Let's get as close to fixed as we can. Which goes with my number 2. We got to give Russell some time. He is not effective if he has no time. He is a liability if he has no time. So we got to get the offensive line somewhat stable so Russ has at least some time to throw his moon ball. Okay.
Russ ain't the best quarterback on your roster.
That's a whole nother conversation. I didn't even make that part of my 5 because I'm not sure you're wrong. It's early, but I'm not sure you're wrong. If I go by what I'm seeing at OTAs and which you can't really, but I'm not sure you're wrong. So we'll leave it at for now. I think every game got to be played low. We got to go back to 2000 Ravens. Every game got to be played low. We can't be trying to outscore nobody. We're not going to outscore nobody. We got to play low. We just got to be a defensive game. We can't outscore nobody. We got to ball control and keep the game low. Huh?
You can't stop nobody either, though.
Well, I'm betting on.
You not gonna hold nobody under 25.
He betting the farm on Abdul Carter. He betting the farm.
Not just on Carter. I'm betting on my number 5 that we get back to Giants defense. Some version of Giants defense where we're able to rush, where we're able. Our front 7 is able to get to the quarterback, put pressure, stop the run.
Abdul Carter's a difference maker.
I agree. And I think that will finally open up Burns again. Maybe it will open up Thibodeau again. I don't know.
Yes.
We'll see.
Thibodeau got to play the run, though.
Right. Right.
If he don't learn how to play the run, this is going.
He gets lazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's getting his
it's like his lateral vision. It's like
they're gonna hit him in his chest, just like that's kind of the book out on Micah. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, you rushed the passer.
Yeah.
Come on,
come here.
We're
going straight at you. Yeah.
Oh, okay, you want to line? Oh, yeah. That's why when they play Trent Williams, he ain't over there. You don't want that smoke because Trent going.
Nobody wants that smoke to the best offensive lineman in the game.
Facts. But that's what I'm saying. They're just going to run at him. Yeah. They're not good enough anywhere else. Okay, we can just run at him. We'll take his legs out, and then we don't have to throw.
And I think my bonus one is this: we have to lower expectations, because I know the statement is 5.
Whose expectations?
Hold on.
You the only one that got hired was not.
I don't. I actually don't.
Oh, okay.
You know what my expectations are? That Jackson Dart come in and he play well enough to justify the pick.
What? Why are you so down on Jackson, man? I don't get this.
Not, no. You're not hearing what I'm saying.
Ooh, I got a caveat.
I'm saying I don't think we can make a championship run at all. But at least we can justify that number 1 pick by, say, winning some games we weren't supposed to. The defense plays better than they thought they would.
Well, why you say Jackson? He went the number 1 pick.
You want to inspire? You want to inspire hope?
I'm gonna throw you a bone. Okay. There's an evaluator I know and respect. They had him and Shador with the same grade.
Well,
for different reasons. Now they're different reasons, but he gave me the same grade.
I just feel like he played good in the SEC. I feel like he played good.
I'll say this to you, and they can tell you that I said
he's another one that offense kind of held him. Their offense ain't an NFL offense either. It's a bunch of paint by numbers too. So he's talented though. I'll give him that. He's talented.
Past Cam Ward and Shador, Jackson was my guy. That was the guy that I was talking about. So I like the pick, but I don't want a whole season of Russell for nothing. It doesn't make sense to play him for 17. Well,
Jackson
he's start. I think he's going to start.
If Jackson Dart has to play this year, it's a failed season. That's what I'll say. That he doesn't need to play.
Yeah, you
let him sit. Let him sit for a year and give him the reins next year. Let Russell take all these hits. Let Russell take this beating, and he may win you 8-9 games.
You want Jackson Dart to be in that QB room to soak up everything.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He's a developmental guy. I don't think you play that guy year 1. Me personally, I don't. There ain't too many of them dudes that are CJ Stroud that come in and play well in year 1.
Yeah, you want to be Jordan Love. You want to be.
Well, CJ had a damn good team around him.
Right.
And let me say this,
but he's different. I mean, it's just. The offense he ran and his talent level is different than these guys.
I was saying because he didn't look like TJ last year, but okay.
No. Yeah.
And let me say this: we have to stop as evaluators, or some evaluators, or some shows, thinking that these guys are going to make that jump. That's not how it works. They
don't do that anymore because the college offense. What people don't realize is college and the NFL. They're not even close to the same game anymore. Right. It's totally different. So these dudes do need to sit.
Houston and Washington just got into some really good situations.
We'll see what he does next year too. I think it's not going to be as easy as it was this year.
I 100% agree.
Washington, TJ,
I think he's
Daniels.
Back
I don't think it'll be it. He's going to have bumps. They're still going to be good. They're still going to be second in the division.
Right.
But we know what quarterback I think is going to be good next year that came in with them.
Who?
Caleb.
I mean, they improved.
He just got that Chicago funk, man. I just don't. It's some organizations just don't do right by quarterback.
But we saw
that's my only hesitation.
But we saw it though.
It ain't him. It ain't him. He's that dude.
What do we see?
We saw him make passes and stuff like that, and the scramble ability with no offensive line last year.
I'm just worried about Chicago.
He might have the best offensive line in the division now.
On paper, 100%. On paper,
2 All-Pro. But if that's trending All-Pro.
I think Ben Johnson will be good for him, though. It'll be good for him, though.
I'll say this.
I think the offensive line. I think the offensive line is the best thing that happened to him.
I'll say this about Caleb. They eliminated as many excuses this offseason as they possibly could.
They gave my offensive line. I can't do that.
No, they gave my offensive line.
He's got receivers over there. He's got receivers.
Yeah, but I mean, you still gotta. This is his second coordinator. It's a different system. Yeah, I agree. I mean, he was last year. They weren't watching tape with the kid. I mean, he wasn't developing, and that's huge for a quarterback.
Here's what I'm saying.
So to expect him to make this huge leap,
I don't expect that. I'm saying
I expect him to be better.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the bar to me. Just be better than you were last year.
But he won't be.
And then the second year with this coordinator, that's when he'll take off.
Does he get 4,000 yards passing next year?
No, I don't think so.
Maybe.
I think so.
I think they'll be behind in a lot of games, and he had to chuck it.
Well,
I think they got the weapons for him to do that.
That's how Dak got his yards.
You ain't lying.
That's a great point. That's a great point you just made. Because the behind, I forgot about the we fight for our lives.
We had to check it, and then defense soften up to try and burn the clock. So he could get 4,000.
That
I
might
can
be
see
the
that.
reason he gets it. You're right.
I can see that.
Did they pick up another running back? I know is Swift still over there?
I think they drafted one, didn't they?
They did draft one, but they had Swift and they had the other guy last year. I think he was a rookie that was playing, who played really good. He was more of a bruiser. But I feel like they drafted a running back. I can't remember who, like in the late rounds.
I feel like
who are their running backs? Their running backs, Ian Wheeler,
and that's why you brought it up.
They got Swift. They drafted that kid from Rutgers.
Yeah, I think that might be. Yeah.
They give Monangai or something.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Then they got Roshan Johnson.
Mm.
I just think they're gonna be good. I mean, I think they're gonna be all right.
They'll definitely be better than they were.
I think they'll be slightly under 500.
What was their record this year?
I don't think it was that. I think it was
what? How many games they win this year? 5?
They were bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be tough because their division
5 and 12.
So much.
They were 5 and 12.
5 and 12.
Yeah, their division has gotten so much better. We'll see.
Did it get better?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Lions are good. The Packers are good. Minnesota's gonna be okay.
Green Bay had a pretty good draft.
Yeah.
Minnesota, if they get quarterback play, that's a big if.
If JJ
Detroit might take a step back a little bit, losing both coordinators, and that's a lot. And then they lost some pieces on defense too, so they may take a little step back.
Yeah, I mean they were 15-2. So,
but I think Green Bay's going to be. I thought they had a decent draft and they had a good year last year. So.
I think they'll come back to the top of the division.
They might.
I think losing both those coordinators is not a small thing.
Yeah.
That's not a small thing because those guys crafted along with, I don't want to take anything away from the head coach because he's amazing, but along with him, they crafted a true identity for that team, and now he's got to reestablish that identity and that culture a little bit, and
Ben Johnson got some football minds around him. I think he went got some players. Hit some.
That's what I said. That's what I said about slightly under 500, maybe 8 wins. Or they might get to 9-8. They might get to 9-8.
If the O-line plays well, though, they'll be all right.
He'll make it interesting.
The last 4 or 5 games of the year, you can see what Caleb could do.
But that was my point. They lost.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
They lost about 6 games offensive line. Period.
Mm.
Like
they have a lot of weapons. So
anytime he got protection, we saw.
Yeah, no, he's talented. Like he's talented. Like,
okay,
yeah,
and he wants to be there, according to him.
I get it. Like, I didn't have any problem with that. Like,
I had no problem with either part of that statement. If you didn't want to be there,
I get it. You were interviewing him too.
How many quarterbacks have they had in the history of the team?
None.
I believe this is their first round pick.
I'm just saying.
A quarterback. Is that right?
No, I think they took Rex Grossman. Did they take him in the first round?
I think
they took Rex. Listen, their best quarterbacks have been Rex Grossman, the kid from Denver.
Who picked Trubisky up?
That played with Brandon Marshall.
Yep, they picked Trubisky in the first 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. Who was the quarterback that played with Brandon Marshall that threw all the yards?
Cutler.
Cutler. If you look back in the history of your annals, and one of your best throwers of the football was Jay Cutler, you already got problems.
They traded for Jay though,
and they traded for Jay.
Yeah.
So because I think he was with Denver at the time. So I'm just saying, let's I'm not mad at Caleb for saying I don't want to go there at all.
Did they draft Trubisky?
Yes.
Yeah.
They traded up
in the draft to get him too, didn't they? Yeah.
They traded up and they could have got Mahomes. No, those lights are over here.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Trubisky makes sense. All right, let's get out of here, man. Who we shouting out tonight? Listen, while y'all shouting out OU women, who are amazing, by the way. If they lose this game, I'll be stunned because they are.
They did. They lost. We gave up a run in the 7. Yep.
That's stunning. That is a far bigger upset than the Vanderbilt.
Not this year. I don't think it's an upset this year.
Really?
I don't think it's no.
They lost 3 people last year.
They lost 7.
Good. I'm talking about like All Americans. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. They lost 7 overall. So.
Historically, that's an upset. OU softball.
That pitcher from Tech is a monster, though.
Yeah. She got that monster. Got that $1 million NIL, huh?
She's killing it.
She's worth every penny. They may need to give her a raise.
Yeah, they probably will. Will. But I am gonna give a shout out to Louisville. First of all, I didn't even watch most of the Louisville baseball this season because they were kind of awful. Like it was definitely a developmental year. So the fact that they made it to Super Regionals by beating the number 1 team in the that's crazy to me. Like I don't know how this all came together for the regionals, but it did, and they have played phenomenal. Now, will that translate against an opponent that they know? Did Miami end up winning and going? I don't remember who got to their because Miami was winning that game last night. So I don't know who's playing. They got to play the Super Regional. But the bottom line, the fact they got to the Super Regional at all, after being 10th in the ACC, is shocking to me. So I give them a shout out at just to make it that far. And then R-Truth, you've had a great season, man. Let this go. You 55, man. You got to let this go, brother. And I don't know if he's even the one stirring it up, but whoever's stirring it up, y'all let it go.
Let it go.
Yeah. They just love him, man. They love him, dog.
He's a great dude, but he's 55. Okay. All right. That's all I'm shouting out today. Who y'all shouting out, man? Oh, and my daughter, because her birthday's this weekend. Shout out to my baby.
Shout her out for sure.
25. Can you believe that?
Dang.
25.
Dang.
That chance? 25.
No, I can't. But now that I think about it, God, dog.
I remember she was this.
I was carrying her to our rehearsals, Byron.
I know. I was wow.
Yeah, that's
25.
Crazy.
My baby gonna be 25.
Okay. Happy birthday to her for sure. Shoot. Right. Speaking of celebratory, man, I'm shouting out my wife. Celebrated 15 years last couple of days.
Out here.
Trying to catch y'all, man. Trying to do some things, man. Shout out her and man, shout out Cooper Flag, man.
For what?
He got to the bag last year. 28.
I don't know how true that is. I ain't been able to track that money.
Be it as it may, 28, 12, 5. He probably got.
He
something.
definitely. I'm sure he got the bag. Now I'm sure he got the bag for sure.
Got the bag.
But 28 is a lot. That sounds like a lot.
Yeah.
28.
I think he got that much. I think that's why. Yeah, I think.
Hey, that's why.
To be honest with you,
it should have been his senior year in high school.
Hey,
that's the crazy part.
Yeah.
If I'd have got 28 million at Duke, I'd have went back.
Well, yeah.
Why am I rushing off to the NBA?
Well, he thought he was probably gonna get drafted by Utah, so. So you know. But, shout out y'all, man. Definitely shout out you guys as well, man.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
You gonna say hi? Come here. Look down. Say hi.
What's
going on, man?
All right. Get out of here.
God, he's grown so big. These kids are getting too old too fast.
Yeah, for sure.
When we started this show, Cam's baby was in high school. He ain't in high school no more. What happened?
No, it goes fast.
They grow up, man.
When we started this show, Chad Baby wasn't in no 5th grade. He wasn't in no grade.
Diapers. Diapers.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm be petty. As a Sooner, I'm gonna shout out the UTSA baseball team for putting out Texas.
Oh man,
I don't think that's petty at all. I think
the hate runs deep, man. The hate runs deep.
Get them out of here. And I'm gonna shout out you fellas for having me on and let me talk y'all's ear off.
Anytime, brother.
Anytime.
Come through.
Yes, sir.
Oh, also shout out to the new intern, Everett. E-Man, we gonna call him E-Double. Shout out to E-Double, who started today. Took him through his orientation. He did well, so now he's ready to get things popping.
You didn't use a paddle, did you?
No, I don't, we don't haze here at Noise Media and Entertainment. There you go. So there you go. But shout out to the new intern.
Shout out.
Glad to have him aboard. All right, Cam, who you shouting out, brother?
Shout out to you guys. Just love talking noise, talking sports with you guys. It's always fun. Shout out to the Oklahoma City Thunder for sweeping the Indiana Pacers too.
That was unnecessary.
He trying to mess up the money, man.
Hey, you gotta stand on it, man. You gotta stand on it.
I'm not trying to do nothing. This is just one of those things where I don't think nothing can be done.
Golly, man.
I mean, SGA get hurt. That's the only chance they got, I think.
Dang.
I just want 6 because I don't want to have to watch. I don't watch baseball and I want stuff to watch. So I want 6, but I can see. I can definitely see a sweep.
You don't watch baseball?
No.
Yeah.
I don't.
I'll be honest with you.
I'm sorry.
I
watched the World Series.
You should.
I can't, man.
You're a sports guy. Add that to your repertoire. You can do it.
I am. I can't. I can't.
It's fun.
I just don't have.
It's more fun going to the games than watching it on TV.
I'll agree with that.
Start watching the Red Sox and you'll be okay, bro. I promise.
I like the Red Sox. I like the Sox.
I like him.
I do. I'm definitely anti-Yankee. So
don't worry about it. They ain't did nothing since 2009 anyway.
It's messed up, man.
My bad.
How old was Chad in 09?
Shit, I was an adult. I was an adult.
Because you were 19? That's why I don't think you were an adult.
I was an adult, brother. I was in my 20s. I was drinking MD 2020.
I would too if I was for the Yankees.
You drinking that gut? God, no.
Hilarious.
Young, you don't know no better. You don't know no better.
By the way, I apologize. Miami and Southern Miss are playing tonight. So it's
it wasn't an elimination.
Yeah, it's elimination. So Miami's up 1-0 in the bottom of the third. So we'll see who. If Miami wins, they got to come to Louisville. If Southern Miss wins, then they host the Super Regional.
I know even less about college baseball.
Yeah.
I just know I saw Texas lost. So
Yeah. Hey, Cam, if you want to know something, last time the Cowboys won the Super Bowl, my little brother was in diapers, and he about to be 30 this year.
Oh, I already know. You got to tell me. I know your history.
That's bad. Y'all won't let us forget y'all history.
That's bad.
Y'all always talk about them dusty Super Bowl.
Oh, that's all they got, man. That's all. Not you. It's the aggravating fans. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not aggravating.
He's not an aggravating fan.
Him too.
I'm not aggravating, man.
He was just talking about Pollard like he was the number one. Him too.
I'm not aggravating.
He has his moments.
Hey,
He's
sometimes I relapse, man. Sometimes
But growing up in Oklahoma, man, God, they get on my nerves, bro. They get on my nerves.
It's rough.
It's close.
It's rough.
That's the only mark on DeMarco. That's the only thing.
hey, he got paid for his services, man.
All right, Cam, who else you shouting out? I'm sorry, we interrupted you.
That's a 5, and to OKC, pretty much. Shout out to Ron C. I'm about to hear this boy mouth.
Oh yeah, you better.
Ron C is a Thunder. Ron C is a Thunder fan.
Oh man, they go. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. they came up fast. It feels like they came back fast. Like they went from a team that was growing together to the finals in like 3 years.
2 years, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the Clippers also for getting it about the way they get it every single time. Like
throwing it outside, boy, I tell you.
No, you gotta tease your little brother. You have to tease your little brother always.
I'm so glad y'all not gonna be playing in our arena.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, I'm so blessed.
I know, right?
Take all that foolishness down the street. I feel like that was starting to rub off on us anyway. All that negative, you know.
Yeah, I'm trying to debate.
Black Cat, man.
I'm trying to debate if I'm gonna go down for a game for Thursday game or Sunday game.
Oh, for game 2? No, game 2. No,
that's game one is on Thursday.
Game 1 is Thursday, and then game 2. So, yeah.
Game 2 ain't till Tuesday.
Sunday.
God,
Thursday and Sunday. Yeah, you might want to make that home game, dog. I don't know.
They may not make it back.
Coming back, bro. They may not, dog.
Yeah, you gotta go to game 1 because they might not be a game 5.
Yeah, bro.
I can go cheer for a former player of ours. You know what I mean?
Who was that?
Caruso, man.
Of ours, you mean Lakers? Okay. Yeah, I guess I can root for him.
Yeah.
Low key, I like SGA. I think SGA is a special kid.
I don't like him.
Man,
he's gonna be a problem for us.
He is a problem.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I ain't worried about them. We need to go get our bid because Luka, he ripped OKC apart. I ain't worried about that. Luka on OKC. I ain't worried about that. Go get the big man. Come on, Jay. Let's go.
All right, we'll see how it goes. You had a solid list, by the way. You had a solid list.
Come on, baby.
I knew you were going to do Lakers, so you kind of forced me to do Giants.
Luka Magic. Let's go.
All right. Listen, we got to get out of here. We might give y'all, because Byron just brought up something interesting. Hopefully Byron come back next week. We got to give y'all a list of things to do if this goes 4 games like Cam is predicted. So we'll have some 5 binge-worthy shows next week that you can watch and enjoy this summer because ain't gonna be no basketball. So there you go.
It's coming quick. Yeah, it's gonna run to a close real fast.
It might be coming quicker than you think. So
hey man, I got baseball, golf. I'm good. I'm good.
Oh,
I'm not watching baseball until September.
We do have a WNBA, so me and my big girl watched that.
I'll be watching WNBA.
I got a daughter that hoops, so I watched. We locked in over here. I got a daughter that hoops.
All in on WNBA.
Yeah.
All in on WNBA.
For sure.
Yeah, you better get on board.
I'm getting tired of WNBA. I'm tired of them talking noise about my girl because of her skin color. I'm tired of it, man. The girl bad. It is what it is. Yeah. They hate no one.
They do.
I hate for me personally. I'm just saying I'm tired of it. I'm just tired of it.
I understand.
I'm thinking that political basketball every night now, man.
Well, we all tired of it, but it don't.
Well, I'm just telling you how I feel, brother.
Listen, she can hoop. Say what you want. If Angel Reese can make layups, we can talk about her more.
Oh man.
And on that note,
I love Angel. I love her.
Oh,
but
man.
She gotta make a layup.
Oh man.
I'm done.
Yeah,
we got to log off, dog.
The thoughts of Lloyd Spencer, not the thoughts of all.
Yes,
I'm not touching that one, Doc. I'm not talking that one.
Noise Media and 5. No.
It's gonna be a long summer if we don't get to have some Angel Reese conversation.
Oh my God.
We love y'all, man. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Later.
There's no mystery. Let's make history with the 5 off the show. 2 and 3. Add 1 more plus me and get the 5. Yeah, keep it on the
the floor, and the funk was flowing. You got five.
I said before, 1 and 9 is 10, and there ain't no span on the 5.
There's no denying it.